Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the last of our best of 5 matchups of the Super Smash TV 7th annual tournament here on GG Speedruns. That's right, you heard me correctly. This is the last best of 5 matchup of this year's tournament. From here on out, after this, we are going best of 7, and this will round out our field of 12 who are going to be in the money for this year's tournament. Matchup featuring our rookie, Jefeman82 versus the 2-time runner-up and longtime veteran, JackimusWedge. Hi, everyone. I'm LOZ Cards Fan 23. Joining me in the commentary booth, the 2-time Super Smash TV tournament champion, Brisulph, and also Fearonburgundy. It's great to have you both here in the commentators booth tonight.
I love that. I absolutely love 2-time champs here and also Fearonburgundy.
Right? That was totally not intentional.
I love how I'm the and then there's Maud of the group here.
Right. Well, no time to reference old TV shows. We're underway.
Yeah, there's no need to do that. We're underway. You got to think that the slight edge is going to go to Jackimus, but he is still playing on a lagged emulator. Apparently, he's got a controller issue now, which was the problem originally, and then it was console, and now it's controller again. So I don't know. Let's see if he can survive. Jefeman, meanwhile, playing on the darker side of the moon here, it appears, with the 2 rooms.
Yeah, definitely. I'll tell you what I'm looking for in Jefeman82 tonight. I'm still looking for Jefeman to tap into his potential. We know what he is capable of doing. I haven't, at least from what I've done, I haven't quite seen it yet in tournament play. I think he's going to get at least 1 sub-6 tonight.
Said his practices went poorly earlier, so he'll probably have better luck. Who knows? But we are in collect power-ups. Opening drop. An orb for Jackimus. A spreader for Jefe. Solid stuff, but advantage for the Wedge Man.
Absolutely. The veteran getting the better drops thus far. A grenade is no bueno there for Jefeman. More spreaders for Jackimus. Hey, a little bit early on the spreaders. You should be saving it for, a certain room that's going to be coming up. Look at all these spreaders here, gentlemen.
Quite the thing, and I gotta say, Jefeman, I believe, moved himself to London briefly because it got awfully foggy, as I believe our restreamer is trying to brighten up his feed a little bit.
Everything looking good here. It's a 2-second lead now for JackimusWedge, but look out for the swirls, able to dodge that. 18 of the Mr. Shrapnels that we have to take out, a maximum of 4 can be on the screen at any given point. So you want to make sure you keep the kill count high, because once that 4th one spawns, you start to bleed time.
Yeah, we're looking to be about 42.5 seconds. That's what you want to be in this room. If you have rockets, you can maybe save half a second. And a really well-timed nuke can save you up to a second, but it's risky.
Yep, everything is down on both sides, and you're talking about that nuke too early there for... Oh, he's going to use it right now. Is that perfect timing? Yes, it was. 2:04 to 2:06. Keeping that 2-second lead is Jack.
It would have been perfect timing if he tried to time it for the last one, but he went back for it rather than trying to P-shoot. I think it was a wash overall.
Definitely, and now we have rockets to start, but a razor shield for Jefeman, so both runners, again, getting really good drops to start total carnage, but Jefeman, the slight advantage with that razor shield, can keep better control of the middle, but if anybody knows their firing lanes, it's JackimusWedge.
Man, he is getting spreaders all over the place. Now more rockets. That was close.
Wow.
He almost dropped that orb.
Yeah, look at all these spreaders. You know what this is going to mean, gentlemen. We're not going to see any spreaders for the Mutoid Man fight.
Keep in mind, Jack wouldn't get them anyway because he can only PB if he's playing in my basement.
Exactly. You make a good point there, Brisulph. All right, okay. As Jefeman still has a little bit of that razor shield left. And look at this. We may have a change. No, it's still going to be Jackimus, but not by much. 303. Wow.
302, 304, and for those who are in the know, they know, but those who are not, Jefe and Jack both renowned for their punch-out exploits, and I believe both are Canadian as well, so some interesting stuff going on there. I believe that makes them Canadian.
Now, half a second is the difference between the two. Jackimus still leads. Neither player has a weapon to take with them into tank trouble. So this opening drop is going to be key for both. Advantage, though, for Jefeman as he gets a nuke. Left gunner is down. Jefeman going to try to work on the right gunner, but he is being swarmed at the moment. Jackimus doing a lot of dancing. The left gunner is down for him. Still has the, but he is picked off by the tank, and this is a chance for Jefeman to gain some valuable seconds here on Jack. Second gunner does go down. He's really got nothing.
What a great job. What a great job. Jefe walked between the bullets, couldn't keep the orb alive, but didn't take the death on a pretty nasty tank bullet spread.
Absolutely. And Jackimus with 2/3 of a clip of rocket runs right into the swarmers there. But Jefeman also taking a death. So both of these runners struggling here in tank trouble.
Both of them having some struggles. It has been slight advantage for Jefe, but Jackimus getting rockets again. Will this be enough to carry Jack through? Let's see. A late orb for Jefe.
Which could give him a chance to do the ball buster.
Was this nuke good?
Yes.
Oh yeah, great job. And Jackimus retains the lead and actually adds to it thanks to those rockets and that well-timed nuke.
It's about a 7-second lead, equivalent to 1 empty drop, but Jefeman does have the ball buster opportunity. If he can convert it, that's about 42% of a form. And Jack starts with an empty drop, so a big-time chance for Jefeman. Here's some lobbers now for Jack. Let's see if Jefeman, the delayed swirl. That's what happens when you see those grenades.
Oh, it's a spreader, but it's not a Jack spreader. That is an insanely long way to go. I wonder if he
look at that spreader for Jefeman.
Anyway.
Couldn't get the ball buster, took the death and gets more spreaders now. And yeah, that was definitely a player one spreader right there. That was not a Jackimus or Aqua spreader by any stretch of the imagination. Jefeman going for some manuals here on the second spreader here, doing a decent job.
Now gets a lobber. He's riding some good weapons at the moment. Not dying with that spreader was big and has opened up a pretty sizable lead. It's almost 2 full forms.
Yeah, absolutely. Jackimus now going to get some lobbers of his own. And again, that's consistent damage versus the grenades. An empty drop, though, for Jefeman. So a chance here for Jack to gain some precious seconds.
Jefe looking for the weapon. It's a grenade. It's fine. Jack can ignore that foot and probably ride out most of this lobber.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, the lead is definitely cut to about a form and a half now, but Jack had have to get another weapon. It's a lobber. Where's the next weapon for Jefeman? It's a lobber for him, too.
Grenades for Jack, can probably ignore them. Jefe gets grenades, might ignore them as well. On the same form, but Jefe should be changing form any second.
Yeah, Jackimus is definitely caught up, but is it going to be too little, too late? That's a spreader, but it is being parked on, blocked. 4, 3, 2, 1, same level 2.
Got that one, and now there's a player 2 spreader on Jefe's side, but doesn't need it. Final form, pounding shots. Will Jefe take the opener with this weapon?
Does indeed, Brisulph. So Jefeman hangs on and is able to win game number 1. Nice little comeback there. Yeah, that spreader that Jefeman got early in the fight enabled him to come from behind. It'll be a 644 approximately for Jefeman. And Jackimus just did not the greatest of Mutoid Man luck, and he'll finish off the fight about a 707.
So I just had to give my boy Jack a bit of motivation in the matchup channel. 1-0 here for Jefe, taking a 23-second victory. Wondering if maybe we could get a poll going here in a poll or a betting game, whatever you want to call it. Will Jack equalize, or is Jefe going up 2-0?
Now, right now, Jefeman sporting that Dodgers hat. He must be pretty happy about what Trace Thompson did last night. 3 home runs and 8 RBIs. Man, what a night.
It's good work if you can do it. Yeah. I literally watched 2 swings of the bat today in the Blue Jays game. Only 2. Only 2. And I'm depressed enough.
Were they the 2 Nolan Gorman home runs?
It was the first and second guy going yard. I'm like, I'm done.
Ah, yes. Brandon Donovan had the leadoff home run, and then Alec Burleson went back-to-back in the first inning. Yep.
I didn't stick around to see if they put a baseball into a Cardinals helmet on the third one or not.
No. But in any event, we're going to be underway for game number 2 very shortly. And we do have that poll question. Will Jackimus equalize and take game number 2, or will Jefeman take that commanding 2-0 lead, setting up for Jackimus to have to reverse sweep?
Jackimi is scary because that implies there's more than one of him.
Oh, right.
Should be underway here momentarily. Here we go. Game number 2. Ferran, who you got? Who's taking this one?
I think experience wins in this one here. I think Jack's going to even it up. But since I created the poll, I have no betting interest.
I think Jefeman's going to win game number 2. I got a feeling the rookie is going to come out swinging. I mean, he already has, but he's going to turn on the afterburners here in game number 2. I think he's due for a sub-6. He's due for a really good run here in this tournament.
Absolutely. Either one can do it, that's for sure. Question in chat, is this best of 5? Literally the last best of 5 in this year's tournament. After this, they go to best of 7s because there's officially money on the line. This is the last match to determine our 12 finalists, if you will. Those who will fight it out for cash and prizes.
Absolutely, and with all the incentives and bonuses that are going on, we're talking over $1,000 again this year up for grabs for all of our competitors. You know, we've had some bonus prizes that Prince Sleeve has. I have a few bonus prizes up my sleeve that's coming up in the money rounds. The question is, will anybody claim them? They're not going to be easy to get, I'll tell you that much.
I am very interested to see what that may or may not be, but for now, neither one getting much of anything. That spreader for Jack is the first decent drop of the room. Grenades everywhere.
Yeah, nothing but green Irish potatoes here. No orb. There's some vitamin R for Jackimus. That'll help cure the Irish potato syndrome. And then he gets the orb to close out the room, and he'll have it to take with him into Eat My Shrapnel.
Tied at 133. You don't see that every day, especially at this level of play.
No, not those kind of times. Awful times. But here's Jefeman with an orb, but that swirl is still at large. Gets him down, but he's going to lose some time.
Oh, and he loses the orb going for the razor shield. Now he's in real trouble, and he knows it.
Oh, absolutely. That was a mistake right there. Got a little bit too careless with that orb, and Jackimus could have a real sizable lead. He's definitely going to take the lead coming out of this room. But if we don't see a replacement orb on Jefeman's side soon, Jack could really pour it on and take easily a double-digit lead at the end of Total Carnage. It'll be a 2:15.
Jack nails it. Jack nailed it. 2:15. That's what it should have been. And it's going to be about a 4.5 to 5 second lead here. And no orb for Jefe. So let's see what Jefe can get out of Total Carnage.
The good news is he had almost a full clip of rockets and starts out with a nuke to conserve on somebody. He gets another
Scary rocket. Oh, great pickup. Jefe gets the trap rocket without dying. Not an easy pickup.
Wow. Right now the game is giving Jefeman a chance. More rockets!
3 in a row. We're getting into Leaf territory. Do we have 4? No, we stop at 3.
All right. Still, these are good weapons that are at least keeping him afloat, but once the rockets run out, that's when he's going to start to bleed some time here, as Jackimus had that razor shield, and now the weapons have really dried on Jefeman's side. We could still see that double-digit lead yet.
For Jack now. Let's see if Jack can make use. Just got to be careful. A lot of stuff dancing around. Conserving here, and it's going to be not a great time, but will lead 3-13 into the bonus room. Let's see how far Jefe falls. It was about 5, and now it's getting worse.
Yep, the rockets could only carry him for so long. At least he didn't get the swirl of shame, but those 2 shrapnels are going to be more of a time penalty.
I want to talk about that swirl. The swirl of shame is it's such a derogatory name. Somebody gave a better name for it a while back. I can't remember what it is now.
I can't remember what it was either.
What's that, Burgundy?
Was it the swirl of sadness?
That's the one.
Aha, that's what it is.
I know, because I was that someone.
Jack losing the orb early on here in tank trouble. He's got a 17-second lead going in, and a couple of vulnerabilities will help take out the gunners. Now he needs to get some weapons to carry him through. The grenade's not going to really help him too much.
Rockets for Jefe! We'll be able to kill the gunners. Now just has to avoid the swarmers and get to the middle.
Somehow he was able to do that. I thought he was going to get picked off right there, but good control by Jefeman and good dodging skills to make sure that he got full utilization of those rockets. Rockets for Jackimus now as the clip is about to run out. He gets a nuke to give him a little bit of a breather, and Jefeman getting overwhelmed. The game not getting him any other weapons. Another nuke for Jack.
I think Jack's hunting a rocket, but he might have been able to ride that one out. Yeah, that was like the end of the room. I'm surprised he didn't pick up on it.
Yeah, so that could have been a better time coming out. He'll still lead with a 4:37. Back-to-back vitamin R's for Jefeman. We'll see how this plays out. A nuke for Jefeman. Not the end of the room yet.
Close again, though, I think. Yeah, not as close as Jack was. That's fair. Hey, look, Jack got an empty drop. Stop.
Look at this.
That one before.
He only lost 1 second in that room. It's an 18-second advantage for Jack. And he's
Jack
picked off.
Gets picked. He might be able to get that rocket. Probably not. No.
Nope.
Chance for Jefeman. He's only got a little bit of rocket. Like, literally, he only had a little bit of rocket, but does get a refill.
Jack gets sniped. Oh, man, he's got to be just furious.
He's starting to tilt here, and you can't have that. You're down 1-0. You had the advantage going in. You can't throw this one away. So far, your opponent has not gotten that spreader yet, but this is very close.
First arm popped off pretty much at the same time here.
Oh, but look at this.
He's already made an no.
A well-placed spreader here for Jefeman.
I don't think Jack has seen a spreader in the mutoid room yet.
No. He might have seen one and he had to go manual, but look at this. We got glitch toyed and the head popped off. He has taken a massively, just like that, on that well-placed spreader. Jefeman looking poised to take a 2-0 lead.
Man, oh man, Jack is in.
Another one right afterward that allowed for some manuals, and now here's the final form for Jefe.
Jack gets the ribcage open, but man, these drops have been terrible.
TRBL terrible. And down goes Mutoid Man, and Jefeman erases an 18-second deficit and then some.
Jack has actually seen 2 spreaders in the boss room. Both have been player 1 spreaders.
That's right. Yes, there was a player 1 spreader. Does finally get the invulnerability that's going to help him ride out the rest of this invulnerability, get him to final form, but it's going to be just way too little, way too late.
I got to say, you're not supposed to have a rooting interest, but my boy Jack is going to have to channel those 2015 Blue Jays right now if he wants to advance out of this round.
Oh, definitely. And then gets run over just to add insult to injury. And that's the white flag there for Jack.
Oh, I don't blame him one bit. That was gross.
So there you have it. The rookie Jefeman82 is just 1 win away from getting into the money of our 7th annual Super Smash TV tournament. Jackimus, his back is firmly against the wall. He's going to have to find a way to dig deep and pull off a reverse sweep, or his tournament is going to come to an end.
I do have to say, if Jackimus had been playing a little better in the regular arenas, might have been able to ride out the first game at least. The second one was really bad in the Mutoid room.
Yeah, I mean, usually when you have an 18-second lead going into that fight, you have a high chance of winning. It's just, Jefe had just a well-placed spreader, got it to the penultimate form, and that was more than enough to ride out victory.
So we'll have to wait and see here. Can Jack get it to game 4? It's one at a time. You can't win them all in one race. We'll see if Jack has that in him. I got to think he's not going down 3-0, but he has taken some head-scratching losses over the years, so who knows?
I'll tell you what, though, speaking of sweeps, the last 2 matches that these runners have been involved in have both been sweeps in their favor. Jefeman82 taking down Joey Mittens, the long shot number 30 seed, 3-0, and it was Jackimus taking down Johnny Link, a surprising 3-0 sweep in that one. I was expecting that one to go 4 or 5, but there you go.
We're underway here. Game number 3. JackimusWedge on the right. Jefeman on the left. Jefe looking to finish this out. Make it to the final 12. Jack just looking to stay alive and force a game 4.
All right, so we've got a nuke. They could use it to close out the room, but Jackimus is not going to use it. And because of that, Jefeman is once again going to have the whole shot.
It's like maybe half a second and probably not even, so it's negligible, as some guy would say.
Right, about between half a second and 2/3 of a second. Yeah, I agree. It's a negligible difference here. So here we go.
Opening drops. We got a grenade versus a rocket. Advantage Jack, especially with how he generally plays them. Oh, that was terrifying. My goodness.
Yeah, those swarmers would not get out of the way. A nuke on the feet there for Jack, so he'll conserve some of that clip, and he's got a spreader waiting for him after these rockets get exhausted. He'll go ahead and change it up.
Changes it up, get the ammo refill. We have an orb now for Jefe, and Jack gets clubbed, and he is not happy, but he does get a foot to pair with that invulnerability, so not the end of the world, and I think he's still going to be out first.
However, Jefe does have the orb. He is now trailing by a full second, so Jack did have a little bit of a faster room, but oh!
You know what?
Trap.
Could be okay. Let's see if he can get there quick. Yeah. And he can't get there now. Oh my goodness. Trolled.
Back-to-back razor shields. You don't hear me say that very often, Brisulph.
That is a pretty wild outcome here. Jack's got to start getting these swirls under control. He still hasn't lost any time, but he is coming up against it a little bit.
Yeah, he is running out of time to get that orb. Otherwise, Jefeman could be the one that has that big advantage coming out of Total Carnage. The Swarmers under control. Just needs to finish off the rest of the, there it is, 212 versus 213. Jefeman now leading by a second, plus he has the orb. So yeah, Jack lost 2 seconds.
Rockets to start, well, not start, but bring in. So we're able to clean that up real nice. Jack gets a nuke, nice to clean up that initial mess, but really wants to see better than these nukes. These smart bombs are not getting it done.
No, because you have a delay until the next set of enemies appear, and that's a difficult spot for that Razor Shield. Good pickup there for Jack, but he is not seeing that orb. And Jefeman right now, as long as he keeps that orb nice and healthy, I'm thinking 15 to 20 seconds.
The way it's shaping up, it is not looking good. Jefe using the nuke now, trying to keep that rocket ammo a little longer, and gets a spreader to chain it into. Jack almost takes a bat to the face a couple times with these grenades.
Look at all of these keys. These are some disgusting drops that Jack is getting. Jefeman is going to have a humongously, finally getting a good drop in those rockets, but it's a 306, easily the best time that Jefeman has had going into the bonus room, so he's played well up to this point.
And you can just see the bleed for Jack here. It's just not good.
Yeah, and we're going to see that swirl of sadness. It's looking like it potentially.
No, he avoids it, but it is going to be a 24-second lead.
25? Holy smokes.
Basically a bonus room, 24 and a half, roughly.
Yep.
Right, let's see if Jefe can be clean at the start of the room here. He's been having difficulty with tank trouble today. And blocks a shrapnel with the orb. Don't know if that was intentional.
Yeah, very nicely done there to keep that orb healthy, but he is continuing to get overwhelmed by these foot soldiers as he's relegated to the northwest corner. Still second gunner is Lewin, finally gets it down. Now can he get control of the middle while keeping that orb healthy?
Huge drop here for Jack.
No, he cannot.
He gets rid of the gunners, and with the weapons now on board and his ability to shoot them, is this the opening Jack needs to cut this lead way down?
Oh, definitely, because Jefe's had no weapons. He's getting the TTTT, typical tank trouble trash. Can Jack get some more weapons to help him cut into this lead? Well, let's see. It's an invulnerability. That's something when you don't have an orb.
It's got a foot. It pairs nicely, but yeah, that's not really what I want to see. Jack now gets the orb. Can he get control? Oh, nades in the middle. Oh, no.
The sabotage. You'll get some spreaders. Jefeman is still going to lead, but that lead has definitely been cut. By how much? Let's find out. It's a 444 for Jefeman, and yeah, there's definitely a big cut. It was about a 25-second lead, and that lead has just been cut to 9.5 seconds.
Big cut, a lot of contact there.
But yeah, no, good stuff for Jack there. And of course he gets an empty drop to open as is tradition.
All 3 games. Finally he gets a player 2 spreader, but it doesn't take the death.
He couldn't. He had invulnerability.
Right, because of that invulnerability, of course. Order of operations game.
So trailing doesn't get the rocket. Where have we seen this dance before?
The first 2 games.
Yes, this has been... Oh, and he runs into a mine. Now he should get these nades, but still...
Yeah, he's a 4.5 down already. And again, he is getting absolutely crapped on by Mutoid Man this entire match.
I like how you said that right as you ran him over and parked on him.
I know, that wasn't intentional. It just happened that way. Meanwhile, we've got...
Jefe trying to manual, not getting much, getting a little bit at the end there, and has about a 4.5 lead.
Jack needs to see a spreader, and he needs to see it right now.
And that continue costs him 5 seconds. He does get a spreader.
It's in a bad spot. He's not going to get much out. He needs an invulnerability right now. He gets one!
Wow.
That's going to help a lot, but is it going to be enough here? Jefe, final form. Jackimus out of weapon. Gets shrapnel. He gets a
spreader. Oh!
Still, though, he can still take this one. It's still there. Jefe should need one more weapon after this. Final form.
And now the spreader comes up. It's going to be too late. I think Jefeman's going to hang on.
He gets it as he dies. That was close to a disaster.
but it is going to be Jefeman completing the sweep, and he will be the 12th member in the money for this year's tournament. Congratulations to our rookie, Jefeman82, for taking down the two-time runner-up, JackimusWedge.